Welcome to the Imperium Forex daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Well, the Australian dollar overnight attempted to take out that 75.95 level. Although we got to a low close to 86, the market has responded quite well to a bullish advance and now currently respecting this level of 76.55. In light of the current pattern, I do expect to see further challenges to the downside, even though it wasn't defeated overnight. And while we continue to test towards that 76.55 and beyond that, the near multi-month highs around 76 handle should still provide supply and still give opportunity to a short trade. Now, as I said, I'm looking for a further down challenge, and our break beneath that 95 handle would give further scope to the downside to a 75.40 and back towards the near lows that we saw at the beginning of the month. If we just close this in a bit, that comes in around 74.80.90 and reassess from there. Well, it would seem that the dollar index overnight did post a slightly firmer close this morning above that 99 handle. This in terms saw a rejection from the high 108 in the euro. In light of the current pattern, I expect this to continue on to the downside with the target holding towards 107.0520 with the intraday support coming in just above that at 107.70. So once we get a break beneath the 70 level, then this should expose that downside target of 0520 and reassess from there, as we could be looking back towards 105.70. Fresh advances to the upside should still find resistance around that 108.60 to 109.1520. Well, the downtrend, as you can see here, has finally been broken overnight, with the dollar yen rallying on now towards a target of 111.65.75. The market still has a bit of a bumpy road ahead of itself and may find this level a little bit of a challenge and could actually hold on the first round of attempts. However, that being said though, if we do see it cleared, then this would be a bullish correction and see a move back up towards 114. But I still would like to see further evidence from the US dollar to support this case. If we do see a failed attempt towards this region, then we could easily drop back towards support at 110.50 and beneath there at 109.80.85. Well, it would seem that the supply overloaded the market as the heavy fall that we've seen here in sterling this morning. With the support now taken out at 124.55.65 does give further risk to the downside, with the objective now holding towards 122.10.20. Then beneath there we have 120.60, and then we have the flash crash that came in back here, as you can see, around the 118 region. But as I mentioned, I do expect to see the market to remain in a negative bias, especially from the overnight sell-off. And any advances now should find resistance towards that 125 to 126 handle as good supply, with the immediate intraday bias of 124.75 and, as I mentioned, 125.55.60. Well, the gold story clearly, as you can see, rejects that level around 12.62 to 64. And with the price action coming into a negative bias, I am still waiting to see if we can get a break beneath 47. Now, if we do get that, then we are looking back towards 12.42 and maybe even lower. Any advances on the day towards the resistance that comes in now at 56 to 62 to 64 should serve as a good supply area. And wrapping up with silver, we have now a long-legged doji posted. This in terms supports indecisiveness, and the market may actually fall away from this 18.15.80 handle. As you can see here, the technicals are breaking down from a 4-hour point, and I'll be looking for a move towards 17.80 as a first target and reassess from there, as we could be looking back towards this region around 1740.60. Firmer resistance above 1518, caps around 35 or 45. So that wraps up my daily video. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day ahead.